Hello friends, welcome back to Data Center Guru Knowledge Platform, knowing A to Z of data center. Hope all my friends are well and good or safe in this pandemic time. And I pray God for my friends who are infected and going through the treatment for their speedy recovery. Coming back to the today's session, which is data center design, one of the stages which is very important stage of design process is the detailed design because your entire implementation is directly linked with it. So as you know, the entire design process has been divided into 5 stages, and in my previous session I have already completed 3 stages of the design process, and in today's session I am going to talk about the detailed design. What are the different aspects we take care of it, what is the process we follow, what are the set of skilled resources we need during this stage, what are the key deliverables which we get from in the during the detailed design stage. We will be talking in detail. So when you talk about the definition, actually I have done a couple of research and tried to find out what would be the exact definition of a detailed design of data center, because normally these things are not readily available everywhere on the net or any of the Google. So it is based on the experience, whatever you have gained. I am trying to put forward in couple of words to define the detailed design. So, data center detailed design is a process of creating a detailed design for each and every building blocks of data center, each per or in line with the conceptual design on actual data centers. So, it is a process of drilling down or preparing more detailed part of the entire design, because in the concept design we were talking about just on the broader building block level, and now in this phase we are drilling down into each and every building block and doing the detailed design on it, preparing the detailed documents. What we do, I will talk about more in the subsequent phases. And it is very important, because if you lack any detailing during this phase, that would be a matter of conflict or confusion during the next stages of the design or next stage of data center life cycle. So, and this stage of the design is also a really very time consuming process, because actually you are drilling into each and everything in detail. So, what is that process we should follow in the entire detailed design process? So, it is a very detailed process. If you want to make it step by step, then it is typically around 30 stage process. But I tried to bundle it up multiple sets of processes and divided into totally 5 stages of this detailed design process. So first is assign the respective job to respective SMEs with detailed information. So whatever different information which we have got it through previous 3 stages of the design process, we need to segregate those informations or desired information for different set of building blocks of the data center, and we need to share those details with respective SMEs, because each and every information may not be relevant for different SMEs, and that's what I said. It is very important to segregate the information which is relevant for specific SMEs for the specific building block of the data center. Then SME need to, based on those information, SME need to prepare a detailed design document for that piece, for that block. What are those? It is broadly like first they have to do the sizing, capacity sizing. The overall framework is already there in the concept design, so they have to prepare a detailed schematic or single line diagram. Similarly, they might have to prepare a detailed layout plan which is more accurate and measurable and mapped to the site. They have to prepare a detailed bill of material. They might have to prepare detailed technical specification, list of makes. So these are all part of that specific SME for that data center building block he has to do. Then it is also very, very important to do the peer review of that job, whatever the specific SME is doing for that particular building block. Normally what happens and is I may be expert in that specific subject, but whenever I start doing certain activity, I land up ignoring somewhere intentionally or unintentionally couple of things in the design process, which myself as a SME, if I am doing these things, I may not be able to find out. And that's the reason in a normal BPO kind of thing, there is a concept called maker and checker. So the peer review process is nothing but maker or checker. So one SME is designing the same, another SME has to see and the peer review the entire design that each and everything is intact. It is a very, very important process in the design, and somewhere I found in the industry on the detail level of design process and on the SME level that is missing. In some of the cases, what I found is overall design is gets reviewed by a third party design review process, but that also the numbers are not that great. But I would like to emphasize the peer review, importance of peer review process, and it must be done to completely eliminate the errors in the design process, because design, data center design, as I said, is complex and very, very long and lengthy. So if any mistake is there, it is very difficult for you to find out. And when you realize that mistake during the other phase, you may have an impact on the project. Then review the detailed design document by data center solution. So SME has prepared the detailed design for the respective building block. So data center solution architect who knows all the building blocks together, how to fit it, as I explained in my previous sessions. It is very, very important to put these building blocks together, because those building blocks act as a puzzle and you need expert to solve that puzzle, and that expert is nothing but a data center solution architect. So he has to make sure that whatever detailed designing done by the respective SMEs meets the overall design objectives and there is no gap into it. And once the entire thing is done, then the entire design documents has to be submitted to the desired stakeholder who owns it. So another part of this process, if you see in the right hand side, is the objective of the data center. So Data Center Guru has developed this particular framework, safest. So all those aspects, the safest actually meet the objective of the data center. So during all this process, the SMEs has to keep in mind that all these safest parameters are being met and not compromised anywhere. Means whenever they are creating the detailed document, they have to make sure that it is safe and secure. There is no compromise there. Availability level, whatever you have selected in the objective, it is being met. It is whatever the flexibility or adaptability what you created for the data center, those things are taken care of, like phase-wise implementation and so on and so forth. Whatever efficiency objective set, whatever product or technology or design which you have done, it meets it. And similarly, if there are environmental objectives and operational sustainability is very, very important, all those aspects are included in the design. So people has to check it, go back, check it. So it is a closed loop system. If they find anywhere, they have to go back and do the changes, and the final outcome comes as part of this process. Now moving out to what are the kind of skill sets which is required during this phase. In fact, I talked earlier also, but I'm trying to re-emphasize on the skill sets. Whatever in the left hand side, if you see here in the overall building blocks, if you see data center resources, which start from your building architect to structural SME, civil SME, electrical, mechanical, plumbing, safety and security, networking, automation resources, and data center solution architect. So these are the key resources which is required, but please note there are like electrical building block. In electrical building block, there are multiple sub domain or subsystems into it, and you might require to have separate SMEs or sub SMEs in electrical and even mechanical, similarly in safety, security, and automation layer. So it is, I have put in a broader terms, but this subject or this building block is much bigger, and there are sub building blocks into it, and there are sub SMEs which is required. So which when you find out those kind of skilled resources or start identifying them, you need to make sure that all those resources are available during the design process. Now coming back, it is a very, very important slide. What are the deliverables at the end of this detailed design process? What we get. And in the right hand side, if you see here, again I have shown different building blocks of the data center, and whatever in the left hand side, if you see the list of the deliverables, those list of deliverables are there for each and every building block. So it is not like a broader you have got this. So all the SMEs has to create those deliverables, and then it has to go to data center solution architect to consolidate and then prepare the combined or consolidated deliverables. So design brief report is something which is the broader part of data center design, which talks about the broader description of the design, the topology, detailing, site, master planning. So if anybody goes through the brief report, he may have got a fair understanding of what is the objective, requirement, site conditions, and the different considerations which is there. So it is very, very important for the data center solution architect to prepare this, and whenever they are sharing this information to the different SMEs, so DBR is very, very important to be shared, because that provides all the SMEs a broader view of the design. Second part is capacity size. The first thing start is each and every building block, obviously based on what the final IT load which identify. So based on that IT load, there has to be reverse calculation for each and every system, subsystems across the building blocks, and that's what the capacity sizing is. So that specific building block has to provide that level of performance or required level of performance to support the required IT load which is set. Layout plan. So you need to prepare multiple floor layout plans, route layout plans, huge number of lists which is there for different systems. So each and every system distribution they have to map on the floor, because physically all those equipments or all those systems has to be there inside the data center somewhere. So it has to be mapped. Then we have to create different sections, elevations for the building, sections for different equipments, machines, solutions, and then we have to also prepare the schematic diagrams, which defines the topology of different systems, control drawings, detailed specifications for each and every building block, every systems, equipments, components. Very, very important, because if you don't do this, there might be a problem later on. List of makes. The specifications, whatever you make, it should be available with, and there has to be some supplier available. We can't have unrealistic specification put in so that there is no supplier to support it. So it has to be realistic, and it has to be mapped with a list of makes so that the same can be procured. Then the people has to prepare detailed bill of material to support the design. So bill of material with specification, quantity, and overall somebody has to put the rate also to find out what is the overall budget or overall cost to implement that solution. Also, very, very important part is sequence of operations. Normally we lack a lot there. So we have to create a different scenarios in data center, and in that scenario how sequence of different equipments are operating. Let us say we want to make maintenance on a specific panel. So what is the sequence to operate, and how other associated components or equipments or systems are getting impacted, and how you have to do it. Similarly, the sequence of operations can be fault related. So these are scenarios and situations which you have to create on your design process, and check that your design is really able to take care of those scenarios. So this part of analysis is very, very important, and currently I found these things lacking even in bigger engineering companies. So these are the kind of deliverables what we expect out of the detailed design of the data center, which is submitted to the desired or stakeholder who is responsible for it, to take their concurrence and take it to the next stage of the project. So with this, I complete the session on the detailed design, and in case of any further queries and questions, I would really appreciate to put your queries on our comment section on the channel, and I make sure that you get required response to those queries or questions. The next session I would be talking about data center ready for construction. So you have got detailed design. Now whenever you are going to construction of the data center, so there are some difference or between the detailed design drawings and the construction design or documentation, which the project team or construction team can use it for the implementation. There are few differences, and that has to be met to avoid conflicts or gaps during the implementation, which we have observed a lot, because due to the shortcoming of real construction drawings, the real implementation of the site gets compromised, and lot of time the rectifications happens due to inadequate planning on that phase. So the last phase, fifth phase, it is very, very important to go through. So with this, I would like to thank all of you for watching this video, and I am hopeful this session has been very useful, and specifically for the people who are outside the data center industry, and that is providing a broader visibility. I will not say only visibility, but a base knowledge on the data center, which helps them uh, in their skills or the knowledge level, and also helps them deciding their career path or individual development plan they actually want to set for themselves. So, thank you very much. Have a great evening, great morning, great day. Shabba khair. Happy learning and be safe in this pandemic scenario. Please take special care of yourself in this case. Okay, bye bye.